Welcome back. So as many of you know, with my Martian 2 build, one of the multi-rotors I used in the How to Build a Multi-Rotor video series, I used the Eachine TX5828 video transmitter, and this is a great video transmitter. I've had no problems with it. Well, one problem, I got this stuck in a tree for 3 days, and because the battery was plugged in the entire time, the video transmitter overheated and fried itself. And I don't have a spare on hand, but what I do have is a TS5828. This is a $14 video transmitter off of Amazon, $12 off of Banggood. I'll leave you links to this in the description to where you can easily find it. When you purchase this, you get the box, the video transmitter, a wiring harness, and the instructions. And I do highly recommend hanging on to these instructions because with the other video transmitter we were using for the Martian build, it has a push button and the little LCD layout so you can see what band and frequency you're on. This one uses dip switches, and the directions tells you exactly how to set your dip switches to pick your band and frequency. This specific one is rated for 600 milliwatts, though they may offer a 200 or maybe even 25, couldn't tell you. It's rated from 7 to 24 volts. It has the audio pin if your camera does have audio, and this specific one does not have the 5-volt regulator with a separate 5 volts coming out, though they do have another model that only costs like $1 or $2 more that does kick out that extra 5 volts, and you can use that to power your camera. But like I said, I'll leave you links to where you can find it. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's a cheap video transmitter. Hopefully it works well. We're about to find out. But first, let's go ahead and weigh it. So we are looking at about 8 grams. The next thing I want to do is stick it on the meter to see if it actually is outputting 600 milliwatts. Right off the bat, it's showing a little over 600. If we play around with the SMA connector, it's going to change. Also, I'm going to fast forward this video about 1 minute to let it reach operating temperature because it usually reads a little bit higher whenever it's cold, but once it warms up, it's going to drop a little bit. Alright, we're looking at about 523, but that's on F8. With some video transmitters, they actually change the output on different bands and frequencies, so I'm going to change it around a little bit. Let's do F1. Looking at about 460, 450. Let's try F4. About 430, but then again, it is getting pretty hot by now, so once again, this isn't an accurate test. And let's go back to F8 just to verify. And we're back to 523. So it doesn't seem as if it actually does output 600 milliwatts, at least through my testing. Now close enough. I'd say, you know, in the 500s, good enough. I mean, we are talking about a $12 to $14 video transmitter, so I'm not going to count off on that. It is what it is. So now let me get this wired into a multi-rotor. Let's go fly it and see how it performs. Alright, so for this test I'm using my Fat Shark Dominator V3s with the TrueD Diversity Receiver module, Pagoda antenna on it, along with a Immersion RC patch antenna, another Pagoda antenna on the multi-rotor. For this test I just wanted to fly in open space just to give you an idea of, you know, what it looks like with not much in between. Now I was just flying pretty low with some trees or a hill in between. We did lose video. But for the most part, when you're out in the open, the video looks pretty good. I'm now going to fly directly behind myself. So the patch antenna is completely useless right now. It's just going by the both Pagoda antennas. And here I'm going to give it some power, you know, just to see if there's any spikes in the video or anything like that. And then for this test, I wanted to, well, real quick, I'm just flying straight up so you can see exactly how many trees are going to be in between myself and the multi-rotor. I am actually facing the same way the back of my truck is facing. So right now I'm flying to the right of myself and behind many trees. Starting to lose video there, so I did pull up. One thing I do need to reiterate is the DVR on Fat Shark goggles actually makes the video look worse than it actually does in the goggles. So always keep that in mind, not just for this video, but any video. The quality of the video looks much better in person, but not only that, the Fat Shark goggles seem to record more static than I actually see. Not saying it's not there, I'm just saying, you know, just keep that in mind. Now I'm flying directly in front of myself, and we can see the video seems to be crystal clear. Zero problems or issues there. I'm now to the left of myself. You can kind of see how I'm standing right now. Well, technically I'm also behind myself and to the left. So out in the open, video looks very good. Here I'm flying directly behind myself again. And now I am to the rear right of myself with trees in between. But you get the idea. I'll let you keep watching this. My final thoughts, I would say for the price, it's a pretty good video transmitter. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, it's really cheap. So if it ever goes bad, you know, I could just buy another one and not have to worry about, you know, putting down another 50, 60 bucks. So for the price, I'm pretty happy with it. But that's going to do it, guys. I'll let you finish watching this video if you want. And remember, I'll be leaving links to this video transmitter and a few others in the description below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.